with me here. I'll actually give you something to look at. But this build, I don't know. Some of you that may have seen me stream before, or the very rare occasion that you may have met me in real life, though you probably wouldn't realize it. So I don't really deal with the public that much. I'm kind of absent-minded. I just am. I'm good at what I do for a living. I'm not dangerous, like I'm not a distracted driver. But I don't know, I'm an out of sight, out of mind type person, and this build I laid out up to level 16. I laid it out before I even created the character, because I knew I would be absent-minded and I would forget something. I'd get lulled into some type of temptation, like, you know, be like, oh, ooh, a squirrel. Have that ADD moment. I would go off on some type of side adventure. Let me turn this off so it doesn't echo. Mr. New Vegas, you are loud. Okay. I need to get to, I'm at level 7. Shotgun Surgeon needs 45 guns, which we will bump that to 45. Let's see, what am I gonna need? Jury rigging at 14, I'll need 90, I can wait on that. Hand loader 70, run gun 45, entomologist 45, hunter 30. I've got that. I'm not gonna get a perk at this level, but at 8, Scrounger. Scrounger can probably be foregone in return for Hunter. We're gonna bump this to 25 while I got the opportunity, because it gets me my next level of. Okay, repair can stay at 70 for right now. Survival. I'm gonna need survival at 45 to get entomologist. That's as high as I think it's gonna have to go at all. So 45. It might just. I can maybe go back and bump that to 50, but for right now, guns, sneak. Sneak can probably go up. So I'm gonna need sneak at least 50. Guns, repair, survival. What should I do? See, am I gonna need sneak to even be that high? Sneak 70 to get the professional, but the perk's not really high priority. It's actually priority 0, which is the lowest. While still on the spectrum, so hand loader I've already got. If I want shotgun surgeon, I need guns at 45, and it's already there. I'm gonna need survival at 45, so I'll just bump that to there and just be done with it. I don't know, is it showing the camera? No, it's not. Whoops. There we go. You'll see me move around in third person and drop between third and first person. I kind of feel I don't know if it's scientifically true, but I kind of feel like third person gives you a better view of your surroundings. As long as I can see slightly over his left shoulder and widely over his right shoulder, I should be able to, I think that's everybody. These red dots that you're seeing on my radar due to Eddie giving me that superior, I don't know what it accounts for. It's like +5 perception. You move quicker when you're carrying single-handed weapons. Unless they're overly heavy, which I don't know if there's any actual excessively heavy one-handed weapons. But like a shotgun, like the sturdy caravan shotgun that I'm using to hunt with, it let me turn this down. One-handed weapons don't slow you down as much or at all compared to two-handed weapons like this shotgun. I don't know if it's really noticeable, but it's what the guide says, and I'm going to take their guide's word for it because I think it's true. Though I could probably shoot a single bighorner with this. I feel like you do more damage. It's more of a clean kill. And why not hunt with a shotgun? You don't get your sneak attack critical, but... I know that this shotgun is really just to get... What the fuck? Was it eating that bloatfly? Either way, okay. There's a lot of bighorners out here. I don't know if it's a slow respawn rate or if it's just coincidence, but I don't remember there being this many out here before. As I start going southeast here, I'm going to start running towards the perimeter of the overworld map, and you start getting into the more difficult enemies. I don't know how many she needs off the top. See, like up there, that's probably gonna be geckos. With rapid reload, the two-shot capacity of this gun really isn't that off-putting, but like if you didn't have rapid reload, you'd probably get killed pretty quick using this. Particularly hunting enemies that are like these geckos that are hostile to you. Is these fire geckos? Wow, there's quite a few. Did Eddie kill it? I guess he did. I do not want to become over encumbered here. I can't see shit, that's why we go to first person. And then we die. I had to open my big fat mouth about getting murdered for using the two-shot shotgun against hostile enemies. It's a nice niche. Where did oh, it pushed me all the way back to here. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to save more often than that. Let's see. Overall, this is probably going to be either a Yes Man or a Mr. House playthrough. I don't really foresee actually completing the storyline. I'm probably just gonna go around and actually hunt. This is kind of, I guess you'd say, a turning point here because I can't rescue these people without pissing the Legion off. But the Legion and the NCR are for the most part, friendly, neutral to me right now. Oh, it's rescuing these people? It's... Fuck that. You can keep them, Legion. I thought I was rescuing NCR. I'm gonna talk to him, he's gonna say, "Ah, wait, true to
Some of Nelson
oh.
lives on as slaves. They are being kept nearby.
Why would I want to rescue powder gangers? It's...
Watch yourself, profligate.
Whatever. I'm not even that pressed to rescue some powder gangers. What's he got? Cowboy repeater? Yeah. What am I looking at? Okay. I tell you, that multiplication for sneak attacks is nice, and I'm very tempted to morph this build from being a shotgun hunting build to being a pistol hunting build, a revolver particular. I mean, the hunting revolver is nasty, particularly with the supporting mods to it, and I don't think the Ranger Sequoia is in this game. Enough of that. I collected the first one. I don't know. Slugs are, I believe, they lower the damage threshold, but I mean, what kind of damage threshold is a mutated cow going to have? Because I know it's not a Brahmin. It's a bighorner. Oh, I just know what I meant to do. There we go. I do have, for my level, a very high repair stat, so I might start making the 3-aught buck Magnum for this. What's going on up here? Come on, come on. There's a trick to this. There we go. Works in Skyrim too. But what the fuck? Is it just a prospector? No, I'm not killing prospectors. This is certainly not a long-range weapon. I could understand why they didn't. Okay, it's a bark scorpion, probably 2 of them. Okay. Whatever. Now, against something like this, why not use slugs? Shelled creatures. I'm not really out here to hunt bark scorpions, but for what these merchants pay for bark scorpion poison glands, I'll do it. Man. It seems to be the giant ants and the... Oh, okay. I think the spread is drastically smaller with the slugs. I know that much. Where are you at, Prospector? not really that interested in it. He's probably heard a bighorn. Yes, this is glitching again. If I had, let's see if I have a grenade, because I don't want to just scatter them. No. I could hack them up. Oh, what the hell is going on in the rest of the house? It sounds like they're, I don't even know. No, so, I mean, they don't really even do that much damage. Okay, now it's level 7, and I have to go through this wrestling match again. Take this to 45. Sneak can stay. Survival. See, it's 5 and 5. That's 5 and 4. Yeah, fudge. Okay, you get 1. You get 1. You get 4. Whatever. Am I going to be buying any more 3-aught buck? Not Magnum? No. No, I'm not. Because this ammo's disappointing me. But just like when you have wad cutters, they're not performing well, it's kind of dumb to throw them in the garbage. You might as well just use them up, especially on these easy targets. I don't know what the hell happened to the rest of this. Yeah, it's right there. The bloatfly again. They must fight the bloatflies instinctively, because it's the second time I've come across a dead bloatfly. And of course, with Eddie just kind of hovering around, he kills people at a significantly longer range than I do. What we're going to do is, when we get to the geckos, we're probably going to switch to the 357. It's not ideal, but it gives me some distance. Because this is, as far as I can tell, this is probably the weakest shotgun in the game. It uses, for the most part, inferior stats and ammo. Like, I'm not gonna completely and utterly write off 20 gauge ammo because it is decent enough. But come on, phase out of it. Come on. The kill cam in this game is fucked up. Why? I think I just shot Eddie in the ass. That's the thing. I at some point, and I could do it right now, just have not. I could go and get Veronica as a follower and then just like give her a hockey mask to further buff her abnormally high unarmed skill, and then just tell Eddie to wait somewhere, I'd still get his perk. But, I mean, having someone that's at such a high trajectory aiming downwards with what I assume is the equivalent of a laser pistol or laser rifle, maybe slightly debuffed. Why not? Since I can have him and Veronica. Has a lot of 3-aught buck. I think I'm about to go back to the crafted slugs. And, just sell the 3-aught buck. I could go get Raoul, which would further buff my I want the spread here. That's probably one of the only times that the spread is good. Those and Cazadors, though, you want to do heavy damage to Cazadors to get them squared away quickly. So he deals a lot of damage. And I'm not playing on a super easy difficulty that would... These things fucking run at you. Okay. Before I get myself in a situation where I'm gonna die again. First of all, we're gonna save. And then we're gonna switch to 3-aught, triple-aught, whatever. I think it's triple-aught. And we're gonna come in with the longer range weapon. There's a lot of geckos. If that's all geckos, that is quite a large amount of geckos, but that is also a significant payday. That and I'm surrounded on 3. Who are you shooting at already? Oh, lead head first then. There's gonna be others coming in. But at least I got him, they can cover me. See, these definitely get me enough loot. Using the jacketed flat points, I'm not losing money. They have pretty shitty situational awareness, though. For having such a big head with large eyes, they have pretty shitty situational awareness, as you can see, as one of their flock died and they didn't even react to it. Nope. Center mass. Damn, man. Okay, and they're doing a significant amount of damage too. Hell. I'm gonna need some health over time here. Wow, jump at me. Damn, they do a lot of damage. I had quite a bit of healing ability. I guess being level 7 versus being level 17. We're not going to do that suicide mission again. We're going to go over here and we're going to kill these people. I'll go over to the the Viper camp where I'll kill the non-fire geckos, because that's not helping my cause. That I targeted the more difficult geckos, looking for a tough payday. Let's watch. Yeah. I wasted probably the better part of a dozen rounds just now, but I'm not as pressed about burning through ammo like that, even shotgun shells, when I'm able to make a harvest like this. I don't mind not being the one making the kill, because I believe I rake in the experience from him as well. And this whole build is not, unlike some of the other ones, it's not about coming through here and getting a ton of experience. They do give good experience, and I'm not gonna deny that. With this reticle not being a halo, just being twin chevrons, it is kind of difficult for me to aim in third person. I should probably go to true iron sights, but true iron sights on almost all the... What's our lead pipe here? True iron sights on a lot of these weapons are terrible. Like, let's get out of here because I'm getting irradiated. I've already grabbed this, and I got the quest item. No enemies left. We're gonna walk back. I just wish that Novac had a campfire in it, so that when I come back here, it was actually worthwhile. And believe me, I like basing out of Novac 'cause it's kind of central, but where do I put this? If I'm not over encumbered, I should probably, instead of basing out of Novac, I should probably base out of the what is it, the ranger station, one that's at the southwest corner of the map, because it's got Major Knight in it, and I believe he can repair your stuff to 100%, which is, in my opinion, fairly rare for a NPC merchant that, for the most part, his only use is repairing stuff. There's a lot of loot here that you could steal, but I don't really need it. Unless I'm at a deficit for lead, there's no use stealing stuff. See, this stuff degrades your weapon quicker. You can't even make that much of it. Well, it uses a lot more powder too. I should probably scoot on up to where the gun runners are. Yeah, I should probably do that. But first, we're going here. I don't know why I have a temporary nav point on Prim.
Prim as a new sheriff.
Yeah. This guy never seems to sleep. I guess it's so that there's always someone available to fix stuff. Okay.
Been doing a lot of good work out.
Yeah, he can repair to 100%. How much does he want for that? Let's see. My high repair stat means that my stuff's really not degrading, and if I wanted to, and honestly I do not feel confident that I could, but if I went through and I was able to clear Black Mountain enough to get Raoul out of there, and I believe he's in the final room, you can't really get him without killing everyone else unless you sneak through a lot of it. I don't think it's feasible to sneak through enough of it to get him. No. You know, actually, there's something I wanted to look at. Taking a Novak. There's something that, and I don't remember what it is. It might be the entry to one of the expansion packs. That if you leave here, let's draw this. I do kind of prefer, at least at this point, prefer the sturdy caravan shotgun, because I want to say that it's with the sturdy name, it's not just aesthetic, that it actually does have higher item health. If it does not, I'll check eventually when I have the chance and I'm not playing. Then I'm just going to switch it up, but I don't have access to a lever action shotgun yet. I could, and I don't know at what. I don't have it on my listing here, on my layout, but I could get Cowboy and Shotgun Sergeant, and then get the lever action shotgun, and it'll be double buffed. Yeah, there's definitely something over here. NCR troops. Well, I'm not gonna shoot NCR. Actually, I'll put this away. I don't think that they react to it, but I'm interested to see what's over here. I think this is the edge of NCR territory.
This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson. My apologies, but that name and face ain't ringing the old school bell upstairs. Afraid I can't let you through until the situation is resolved. Troopers tried moving down from Forlorn Hope because we got this big gap between there and Searchlight. Turns out we were spread too thin. We took our sweet-ass time setting up in Nelson, and the Legion managed to hop over the Colorado and attack before things were settled. There's Novak due west. Just look for the Big Lizard. They got the 188's north on the 95. Good for all kinds of trade. Not much south on 95 unless you turn west on 164 to Nipton. Right off the rail line. Nope, I'm just the only ranger around. The rest of the kids here are troopers, inexperienced, outnumbered, and under-equipped. Maybe. I'd like to know who I'm dealing with first. Hey, hold on. Just so you know, if you go down into that camp, one of two things is gonna happen. Either that little head of yours is gonna sail into the Colorado courtesy of a Legion machete, or they're gonna try to make friends with you. And if I find out you're friends with the Legion, I'll put a lump of lead through your skull as soon as you pop it back up over the ridge. Are we clear?
And like I said, I'm not really keen on. Oh, it's Cottonwood Cove down there. That's what that is. Yeah, it's the Boy Scout campground. It's where the Legion set up. These Dinkleberries are gonna sit there and stare at it through binoculars because there's There's probably a better part of 24 Legion NPCs down there, and they're all armed, as they all tend to be, because they're modeled after legions, so after Roman legionnaires, not centurions. If a lot of people get that confused, legionnaires are just members of the legion. Centurions are the ones that wear, what the fuck? I thought that was a house. Surprised I'm not radiated here. Huh. There's nothing of value. Anyway, we're gonna head in a direction. Maybe pick Veronica up along the way. I don't know. Not really concerned with it. But yeah, that ranger and those soldiers there will stare at Cottonwood Cove indefinitely. I don't think at any point they ever attack it until you progress the story. And if you progress the story, unless they get reinforcements, they're gonna die. You'd think that there would be a significant advantage because the Legion tends to use those machetes, and the NCR tends to use semi-automatic M16s, but really it tends to be that the Legion kicks their ass. As you'll see in some of these locations that you go to, where the where you'll see the Legion pop up, and 4 Legionnaires will kill 6 NCR soldiers. There's more here. I don't have I have a mediocre intelligence, but I don't have a high science, so I can't go dicking around with Helios 1 right now. And for the most part, this isn't a story playthrough, it's actually a hunting build for hunting. So hunting is what we're gonna do. I don't know what the fuck this is. It appears to be a wind power station, but oh my goodness, that is a lot of enemies. Oh, and they're Cazadors too. Nope, let's kill the one that's closest to us. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of... If that's all Cazadors, this is gonna suck. But it's get me out of this. Let's see, when you see these enemies moving, these Cazadors, when they're on your radar, they move in a distinct way. Yeah, I want to do the maximum amount of per hit damage to these things because they just... where are you getting attacked from? Oh, you're gonna come after me. So be it. I think everything in this game, except for the player themselves and maybe your followers, if they have a complete destruction of any limb, not even specific to the head, it kills them. Is there like a Cazador nest around here? It's a Cazador right there. Oh, I was hoping that it wasn't gonna sting me. Because now I'm gonna begin to die from the poison. I've got an antivenom, but we're gonna wait and see if I can survive it. Actually, I don't know if it'll wear off, so we're gonna use the antivenom before I do die. One of the yeah, I would certainly recommend going to the lever action shotgun if you're going to be loading up on 20 gauge. What the fuck? I'm not even, well, it's flaming. I didn't, without even going for the cowboy set of, you know, old western type stuff, it happens to be that this is a single action revolver. Single actions do have their merits versus double actions. Usually the trigger pull is a little bit lighter because you're actuating, you know, you're fighting less springs and moving less pieces of metal. And they tend to, and it can be more accurate. Sometimes you see shit like this and it's like, you can't help but feel like the people that made the game are indulging you. It's got a lathe and a drill press, but does not have an ammo bench. Whatever. I don't know if that helped me. It's heavier than it was before. Some of the stuff like these conductors sell for quite a bit, but I'm not really concerned with it. Okay, that'll be good enough. Let's get on out of here. I like this, that gecko steak. See how high that takes me. But I mean, if it was real life, I was carrying a shotgun, I was out in this, I mean, I'd load it with slugs if I could. Though anyone that's shot a shotgun for any extended period of time on one occasion or the other will tell you you can't just brutalize yourself with slugs. The game doesn't really take it into account, aside from maybe the condition of the weapon. But you can't just repeatedly brutalize yourself with slugs. They add considerable recoil to the weapon itself, and that puts harder wear on everything else because you're accelerating a greater mass projectile. But I mean, if I was out in this, I have a feeling that if you didn't have a bird's head grip, which is the modern equivalent to like the gangster era sawed-off shotguns, when you see them where they've taken a shoulder stock and they've ground it down and you know, they've cut it with a saw and then shaped it so that it's just like a hand grip, sort of like what's the best way to explain this? Like in Terminator 2, when you see Arnold Schwarzenegger has that shotgun that he shoots when he's on the motorcycle. It has a bird's head grip on it, or something close to it. Wow. And it's called a bird's head because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a stretch to say it looks like a bird's head, but it's shaped like the end of a broom handle, or a wooden shovel handle rather. And it kind of like sits in your palm. Wow, I leveled up quick. Okay. Wow, my laptop is still, I guess because I got it plugged in. I expected the screen to turn off by now. I'm at level 8. 8 says to get Scrounger, but I think I'm going to go back down to 6 and get Shotgun Surgeon. What's the next thing that I'd have to go up to? Repair 70. I've got Sneak 70. Gun 45. For Shotgun Surgeon and Running Gun. Wow. Let's see, 30, 30, 30, 50 for Sneak, Repair 90. I should probably start pushing that up. Where's it gotta be Repair 90 by? Oh fuck, level 14. Got another 6 levels, so that's another 3 level ups. I've got a lot of perks coming up, I think, between 8 and 12. At least between 8 and 12 or 8 and 14 that have no ulterior requirements. I've already got the special stats for it. I don't really need Repair to be any flippin' higher because, at least not right now. I'll give it 5. It'll pad the blow of having to bump it up to 90 by 14. Survival, it probably needs to go to 45 to get Entomologist. Here we go. Junk rounds, I've made the mistake of getting that on many previous builds, thinking it was hand loader. And it was the main motivation for why I made this spreadsheet that I keep referring to. It's on the laptop behind me because I kept thinking junk rounds and hand loader were the same thing, or they were complementary. Junk rounds is a perk I do not recommend you get. It's a good idea in theory, but it's not practical because you just don't find, or how do I put this? Scrap metal and tin cans are heavy when they have to be obtained in the quantities required to make that perk practical. So unless you're gonna, hedge your bets and get that perk, and then like console command 10,000 tin cans or 1,000 tin cans into your inventory and then immediately throw them in a container. Because as far as I know in this game, there is no place that there's no place like in Fallout 4 where you have a crafting station and then next to it you have a permanent container that's not going to blank out what you put into it when you shut the game off. I could get Hunter, because I mean I am hunting. But I'm at 8, and Scrounger, I could get Shotgun Surgeon as well. I don't remember what Shotgun Surgeon does. Huh. That's, useful, I suppose. Running gun might be better. Not really, because I mean I'm not cowboying up. This is kind of an up in the air, because this level, Sneering Imperialist, Dirty Raider and Junkie types, as well as Ions Tribals. That's nice if you were going to be hunting fiends. That's why I added Scrounger. Find more ammunition. And I am an ammo hoarder in this game. Quick draw. No. We'll get Shotgun Surgeon because I said I was going to get Shotgun Surgeon. And it'll probably make some of the Magnum Buck more useful. I am a little bit concerned about the Shotgun Surgeon, so that's the that gets me past my 6, so 8. I mean, some of these perks, like Scrounger, I could take it when I get to 10, and that would just throw my whole dynamic off, but it would also buy me more time to get my repair to 90 for jury rigging. But, I don't know, I don't remember the scaling in this game, like, at what level would you be near end game if you just went through it at a normal and appropriate pace, as if I bought this game and I was just playing? Because I don't remember what the level cap is. But I feel like that is quite a bit of enemies. Something behind me? I'm really just trying to get through this triple buck. Oh, Shotgun Surgeon is actually pretty good. I want to say it's the triple aught Magnum. One of them actually, instead of it being like 6 or 7 projectiles calculated in game, it purposefully narrows that down to like 4 projectiles with the damage of 1 firing of the gun spread across it. That's why Shotgun Surgeon is actually so useful, at least in theory. And I haven't heard anyone tell me in practicality it's not that useful. But the game calculates it like if this shot, like if I'm not going to shoot it because I'm going to waste ammo. But if I shoot the gun once, and let's just say it's 100 damage, that the GEC, which is the database that the game gets all of its numbers from. Let's say the game says when I fire this gun once, it does 100 damage. Well, if it does 5 projectiles, but it's doing 100 damage, that means each projectile only does 20 damage, which is pretty piss poor, especially because this isn't doing 100 damage. It's doing like 50 damage over 7 projectiles. I'm not going to do that quick math, but it ends up being less than 10. It ends up being like 7 times 7 is 49, right? So that's about where it would be. 7 and a 7th. 7 and a 5th, rather. Did I get everything? Is there anything with them stacking up like this? I mean, you gotta like, do something here. Is there? Maybe not. Them stacking up, I mean, you gotta kill them how they come to you. Oh, shit. I mean, with Shotgun Sergeant, if I really like double hedge my bet and use slugs, the spread is diminished, but I think that whoa. We're gonna make a few. Why do I hear it's like a locust or a rattlesnake? We're gonna make like 2 dozen, if possible, triple buck magnums just to see how it functions. I mean, that right there is nice. That carapace on that ant, if this was real life, would be freakishly durable. I mean, you could probably hit it with a truck, and its leg would break, but you probably wouldn't kill it. Insects are very efficient. Exoskeletons, because I mean they ain't got bones inside, their bones are on the outside. You know, that'd be like you running around in a suit of plate mail all the time. But the plate mail was, you know, part of your skin. So it's like, you know, you can't even really get cut or scraped. Wow, they're up here too. Oh yeah, this is a scripted thing. But as I would say, as kind of a intermediate thing, wow, that poor bastard, he is done as done can get. Oh, there's 2 of them, and there's some animal shit here. Well, that's terrible. Damn bugs ate all the good loot. But as kind of a compromise between the single projectile of the slug and the 7 projectiles of the regular buck, I believe Magnum Buck is more powerful, and it's only 4 projectiles. Let's see this guy. This guy has... Yeah, he does. Oh yeah, I forgot about the 44
there,
Magnum.
partner.
It's a mighty fine guitar. Yeah, I'll save you guys the mystery. His dad is the mysterious stranger, the one that appears with the perk. Because he uses the same gun that has the same intro music as the mysterious stranger, and he says the only thing my daddy left me was this gun and this guitar. I could kill him to get the gun, but there's a quest line that gives you that gun. I would like to pick up that gun, But I'm not gonna just put a bullet in someone's ear just because I want their gun. I'm not a savage. Boulder City is another one that's, I think, the Great Khans have ever come. Boulder City, this is where you can pick up Veronica. If I'm doing a shotgun build, I think she could kind of crowd me. You can give her a you can give her a ranged weapon, but her stat spread is biased towards melee and unarmed weapons. It's been a while since I've gone through this with someone that had decent intelligence.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads.
I got shot in the
Where'd you come
face.
from? Huh. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. And actually, these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of...
I've heard they shoot lasers out of their eyes.
Yeah, it's pretty far out, right? Hey. This is quite a journey you're going on then. I'll be honest. There are places I've never been to that'd be... Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me. If I turn out to be a burden... Now you're talking. I know, but you still okay? I'm great at punching people. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl. Let's hit the...
Actually, this is a trading post, and there's a pseudo gun runner around here. I don't think I only say it that way because I don't think it's actually classified under the faction of the gun runners. I think it's just...
You a mark? Because you don't look like a prospector.
Where's my phone? Yeah, it's a gun merchant. There we go. They like to be called gun merchants. Show me what you got for sale. They don't like to... What do you mean, you people? Yeah, you people, the gun runners. Metal armor. I could give her metal armor if she don't really give a shit about agility. She runs straight at the enemy running at her anyway. But I don't want to pay to have that metal armor recuperated. Power fist, chrome tube, service rifle. Ammo. No. No, I don't need quad alt buck. The non-unique that gun keeps popping up in all these inventories. Battle rifle. 308. I'm surprised to see that so early in the game, but no. So what do you have?
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Give me the food. I'll give you some stem packs or something. Items, aid. Yeah, why not?
I've still got guns in it.
I should find a campfire and turn that into steaks. No. There's this thing here. No, no, no. Spark Scorpion. We're gonna keep the Rad Scorpion Venom Glands because the one chicken Prim can turn them into casserole, which I think is a pretty good healing item. Ammo. I do not care for this, so we're gonna sell it. Speaking of that, do you have any 20 gauge? No, you don't. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here and get up to the gun runners. See if the whole posse's following. Okay. I think... What is that? Quarry Junction should be to my west by now, so we're gonna head straight towards Mr. House's spire. And I should be good. It's probably one of the biggest lies told about this game is when new players say, well, you know, I'd like to get to the strip to get to this or get to that. And it's like, leave Good Springs and go straight north. Oh my goodness. Straight through Quarry Junction. Go through one of the most difficult wildland areas in the entire game. Actually, that's Black Mountain there. With the dish on it. I think that's Lake Mead Resort to my right. I'm not sure what that is. We're getting close enough to Vegas that... What is this? There's a small presence of... Actually, I think it's followers of the Apocalypse that stand in for them. I was gonna say, the underground that appears in Fallout 4 does appear in Fallout 3 as well. I don't know if it appears in this game. No, okay, we got slugs. We got quite a bit of enemies here. It being daytime, they shouldn't be night stalkers. We're gonna hope... Oh, they're bighorns. Let's do this. The fuck? You're all pissed off. Okay, enough of that. Move, move, move. Did any of them get away? No. Okay. Thought that was a head, it's a whole body. Okay. Eddie was alerting over here for some reason. I think one of them did get away. No. Too far out. Charge, charge. Get a good clean shot on the skull. It seems to kill these quick. I think the head cripples easy. Okay. You walk slower with a two-handed weapon out. Nothing on the radar. I'm turned around here. Where's his spire? Oh, right there. No, that's the water merchants. I do have Wild Wasteland on, which I almost never do. So I usually use that slot for Four-Eyed. so that I can get the perception boost, but I don't really need it with Eddie. I'm gonna have to go through. I'm not really trying to get to Mr. House's spire. I'm trying to get to the gun runners. So let's check the map. Gun runners will be like right here. So we're gonna have to go around the perimeter. No, not Camp McCarran. Yeah, let's go around the perimeter. See, it should be a tall building. Sometimes you end up approaching it. Let's see. I've spent way too much time in front of the gun runner's house. I think it's this 3-story house here. When you leave it, like if you fast travel to it, you see that overpass. I think it's a regular overpass. It's not that one there. I think I came into New Vegas from a really awkward angle. Yeah, I got it. I just feel like that's too far away from Vegas because the gun runners are on the exterior of the area, but they're on the exterior of the area, so you can access them from outside. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. Actually, that might be McCarran Airport. I believe it is. Whatever, if we skirt New Vegas itself, or the ghetto that the king controls, we'll find the gun runners. I don't think Mr. House allows them inside. If not, you're going to find a lot of fiends if you go to the wrong place. In this case is McCarran Airfield. Might as well discover that while we're here. Which means that if McCarran is to my left, it means Fiend territory is to my right. It's where Driver Nephi and Violet and Cook. It's where you find them to kill them for that quest. Actually, there's probably some fiends here. They usually have pretty good weapons to sell. I'm not really gonna go charging at them with a shotgun because that's just stupid. Because they use plasma weaponry and they will mow you down. Oh. Wow, that does a terrifically low amount of damage.
What have you done?
Yeah, run away like a little bitch. Huh. Why not? Sometimes this game glitches, and it doesn't glitch in a way that's detrimental to you, but I have the perk that's supposed to slow down my rate of fire in return for higher accuracy, so I shouldn't have been able to double tap with that revolver like I just did, where it was like fire, and then went bang, bang. It's not supposed to be able to do that, particularly the rate of fire of that gun by itself. That's crap. The rate of fire of the gun itself, augmented by the perk, it's supposed to hit at an abnormally long distance while being slow as dirt, which is fine. It makes it a good hunting revolver. We are not at the right place for this. Oh, dick. Okay, fine. I'm gonna fan. Okay. Those laser RCWs will murder you if you try to walk directly towards them. I should probably give her better gear, but she's about to get a set of Raider Blastmaster armor because I want it out of my inventory. Maybe Sage. I forget, one of them looks obscene. And I don't mean that in like a stripper type way. One of them just looks stupid when it's on a chick. I think it's Pain Spike. It looks really stupid. It's like nails through two colanders. I don't even... Okay.
You're making
Anyway.
me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Weapons. She won't use all the stuff you give her. Like that. Cowboy repeater, laser RCW. I'd
Ooh,
much
that's
rather
amazing.
give her a
Is it a dress?
melee weapon. Why not? I don't know why this dude looks like he's got jaundice. Knowing the shit that goes on around here with these fiends and all the needles they're probably sharing, he could have HIV. Oh wow. Looks like Honey's about looks like she's about to get a set of NCR armor. Which is probably better than the armor I gave her. I should probably throw that Raider armor on the ground. Mantle armor. Trooper helm. I could give her the broad machete since I'm not using it anymore, but it's not really like broad machete's not that great. It's a good starter weapon that saves you a lot of ammo.
Ooh,
Actually, I
got something
think
good
that's
for
what
me.
she's gonna do. She's
it a
gonna get the
dress?
broad machete. Give me that. Give me that. You're picky as shit about the armor.
You're making me carry the heavy
Yeah.
stuff, aren't you?
Whatever. See, I don't even want to wear the Raider armor. Do I hear dogs growling? I'm really turned around here. There's a farm around here somewhere that has an ant mound in it. That's another place that I usually go to hunt. This ain't it. There's just fiends everywhere. It's kind of surprising. I guess the wall is what is the dividing point that you have. I think yeah. The farm's over here. You got all these freaking fiends everywhere. Whoa, whoa, ho. Somebody's. Oh, his head just came right the fuck off. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to use some geography. I'm not getting my ass kicked. This game may not actually have a cover system in it, but it's pretty honest about not letting them shoot projectiles through hard objects. It doesn't mean that the object isn't going to blow up like if you're hiding behind a car. But it's pretty honest about not letting them shoot a rifle through a truck. Stuff like that. Oh shit, okay. Pain Spike. I like Blastmaster better. Okay, there should be another guy over here that I have already killed. Let's see what he's got on him. Not much at all. See, there it is. I think this farm is just called Ant Mound. No, not regular 357. Let's use the jacketed flat points. The JFP, or jacketed flat point ammo, reduces the effective damage threshold, or armor value rather, which is the game calls it DT, or damage threshold. It reduces it. Being jacketed ammo, it passes through armor easier.
Come on.
Apparently she passes through ammo as well. Ammo passes through armor more quickly. She's dressed like a monk, but she says is on purpose. One of these, I think it's Bighorner. Yeah, I've got too much. I need to find a... I don't think it reduces the weight at all when you turn meat into steak. And in that large quantity, I'm just going to hope it doesn't increase it from 1 to like 1.5 per portion, because if it does, it's just going to be... it's going to eat up so much of my inventory, I'm going to have to start selling it. Okay. Now, get my grips about me. I was going south, I need to go north. Yeah, so... is there another ant? Yeah, no. I think there was. I don't know, you get far enough out to the vestiges of this, of the overworld map, you start encountering some weird stuff. Like you'll, no, it's that. Apparently this gun's got a bent barrel, because... Veronica, come over here and kill this thing. Goodness sakes. We all saw that. I'm standing still, it was almost standing still. I'm using slug ammo, which has virtually no spread compared to the other shotgun ammo, and it still was missing. Anyway. Back to this. Find the gun runners. While I'm here, I could go down that hole. And there's, I think there's a fire ant queen down there. If I remember, she doesn't really give especially great loot. And there's like 1 or 2 dead scavengers down there with a duffel bag between them. Which could have something, but I have a feeling it's leveled loot. Once I enter the ant mound, the level of the loot locks and it no longer scales. So we're not going to go down there yet. Not at level 8. And I don't know why my 357's reverted back to normal 357 ammo, but... come on. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm looking at chat, since I know I gotta walk a long distance in a straight line. I looked at chat and ran into a rock. There's a medical clinic out here somewhere. It might be this right here. They'll do some good work for you, but you gotta pay them. And you gotta find the entrance too. There's, you know, anybody with narcotics is gonna need to be fortified. I really should be a building about 3 or 4 stories tall. I thought it backed up to the perimeter of Freeside. It might back up to the actual perimeter of the strip itself. What do they got going on over here? I see fire. And a lot of road cones. Ooh, we're not going to pass up the chance to talk to one of these traders.
Don't bother. When payday hits, I'm off to the store. Can't wait.
Fuck, was that Brahmin that just burped? It's creepy. Kind of like they distorted a tiger noise. Anyway. Okay, there's the overpass. So somewhere around here should be the gun runners. I want to say that's the building right there. I mean, I've looked at that building more than once now and said that and then went to go to it. And it was not. But a high intact fence, sandbags. I mean, it's a booth the size of like a bus stop. And I'm looking for. There it is. Now, where was this in regards to this? Yeah, it was. It was right near the Crimson Caravan. Okay. This guy.
I don't handle buying and selling for the government. For around 5 years now, I handle the supply end of things.
Yeah, I try.
None whatsoever. Everything inside the fence is up. A lot of our high-end weaponry comes from pre-war military schematics. If our competition got a hold of them, it'd be bad for business. Out here, we don't have bosses. Me, the gunsmiths, and the guards all know what we're supposed to be doing. Working for the gun runners is a sweet job. None of us would dare screw it up.
Get out of my way then. Okay. Breakdown. Okay, I said I was gonna make some. That'll be enough.
Hello, potential customer.
Okay. Now that I've found that, we are going to... I do need the gun runners for something, but I want to turn this meat into steak before I forget. As I often do. Sometimes I do act like quite a bit of a space case. At least I remember where this campfire is. Instead of wandering around aimlessly. And then I think I'll buy her a set of armor, and then I'll go back to the NCR and get it fixed. Because I can't have... There's a lot of geckos around here. And they're powder gangers. Okay.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Yes, I'm making you carry the heavy stuff. I knew I should have upgraded that. Whatever. I got another level to go. You're gonna hold on to this for a little bit longer, Eddie. 'Cause I think I'm about to level up. But I'm a sucker for loot, so we're gonna go see what this is over here, and then we're gonna kill it. Take whatever I can from it. Probably a bloat fly. It's always the damn bloat flies showing up. I don't know. I was about to say, you don't miss 2 shots in a row at 10 feet. You're better than that. You have an abnormally high gun skill. Above average agility, luck, and perception. You can hit something with a revolver at 10 feet. Did this respawn? No, it didn't. Come on, Veronica. These guys don't really drop good loot, but you get karma for putting a bullet. What do you have? Oh, it's a 9mm. I don't even feel like wasting special ammo on you. You're just gonna... Come on. I have qualms about shooting the humans in the head. They don't even have good loot, so they're living. Call me a softie if you'd like. For the most part, very means to an end. In this game, I do not run around just killing stuff for the sake of killing it. I kill it for the loot. The third person kind of bites when you're trying to shoot. See, I can look at my feet here. See, it's all kinds of jacked up. Yes, now I'm gonna up this to 50 so I can go make my food. Okay. Now let's look at the handy dandy spreadsheet here and see what I'm supposed to be doing. The spreadsheet doesn't lay out what I'm supposed to be doing every level. I'm just kind of extrapolating what I need to do. It tells me what I need to get, what stats I need to get the perks that I've laid out that I'd like to get at each level. And like the survival to 50, these only go up to 45, but at 50 I can make the bighorn or steaks, so why not? Sneak 70 to get the professional, no. I'll put that off for a while. I should probably take a shotgun to surgeon and mark that since I did get it. Mysterious stranger, finesse, scrounger. Get night person, mysterious stranger, and misfortune. I could get hunter. I don't remember what night person does, but I'm gonna need sneak 50, guns 45, sneak 70, repair 90, repair 75. It's gonna be fine for now. We'd sneak and repair at 90. we'll bump this up to 50 because I think that's the next milestone when it comes to it actually affecting how guns work. I mean, I think it's on a progressive scale, or however you'd like to put it. It's not like at 25 you get a buff and then between 25 and 50 it does nothing. It's a calculated value, it's multiplication. So it's putting the number that you're up to so far into the equation. And obviously 50 is higher than 45. And we're going back to here. Make some steaks, hopefully it doesn't blow out my kneecaps with all the weight. I've found that where's Eddie? Oh my goodness, I should have taken this from him closer to the hole. Whatever. But I found that I think it's the leather belts you can make from the geckos. They weigh more than the ingredients to create the leather belt. And you go from not encumbered to encumbered, and then you can see the merchant 60 feet away from you, and you gotta just like crawl to it. I'm still gonna be encumbered because I mean it's 67 pounds of steak. Corner steak, 53.6, so it's less. And it's 0.75. Thought you could make a bloatfly steak. Or you can make a slider prickly pear fruit. Here, take this back, Eddie. Prickly pear, which I could buy just about anywhere. But I'm not gonna let this devolve into me searching for food stuff. Back to hunting. Actually, here we go. Buck Magnum. Let's go find something to shoot this with. I only got 10 rounds, that's... No, I got 12. I got a dozen. Made a dirty dozen here. Where are you at? I would have preferred to have something with a little bit more damage threshold, but... This is a baby gecko running around. They're like crackheads. They will run from you, towards you, all over the place. Yep, that's what it is. Fuck this, I ain't even wasting my... Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. Oh, don't shoot the rock like an idiot. Oh, this is why we have shotguns. And that and this. Where are you at? I can hear it. Did you just run past? Hold still. It's even worse when you give her Nafai's golden driver, because you'll shoot at something even if you miss. They'll come charging at you, and then you just get this chick in a burlap robe comes stepping out from the side, the gold-plated 9-iron, and just bang him right in the ear with it. He's pretty much my bodyguard. You'd think that this build would be more robust, and for the most part is I'm not getting murdered using the shotgun, aside from when I fought those fire geckos. Are we gonna have stupid shotgun syndrome again? Yeah, we're having stupid shotgun syndrome now. Hey, get back here. We'll just call it stupid shotgun syndrome, because that's the best way my frustrated mind can sum that up. It's like when you saw that giant ant and I was standing still, and it was relatively standing still, and I was just miss, kicking up dirt behind it. It's like, no. We're gonna stop using the expensive ammo, because that shit uses a lot of powder. Oh, fuck no. Here, is this 38 special? Well, I don't know what to make of this. I free-handed, it works fine. Apparently Vats doesn't like me. Whatever. This gun's starting to wear down. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Did I loot this? Yeah, I did. Okay. So far, I can say, even with my propensity to want to use the shotgun itself is good. Shotgun hand loads, not so much. I can't tell if it's just my just the game and the physics engine that would detect when my shots are hitting. If it just doesn't like me today, the random number generator is against me. But I shouldn't be having this much trouble hitting enemies. There's a guy up on the roller coaster. Okay, we are going to go here. So I can go from there. I can move east across the raceway. What the fuck? I was kind of wishing that had something. I can go east across the raceway, clear park scorpions, rad scorpions. Oh, there's a park scorpion right there. No, that's the ant. We all saw that, right? Oh, come on. This ammo is far too resource consuming for it to be doing this to me right now. We're going back to slugs. I don't even think slugs require hand loader, but the jacketed ammo that I use in my handguns does. There is a penalty to accuracy when you are when you're walking. I don't even know. While I'm in the area, I might as well clear it. See, it's not even degraded nearly enough for me to start suffering. Let me see, do I have something wrong with me? No. It's very suspicious. I use up this ammo because I have it. So we're killing at about the same rate as slugs, but it uses 30%, 33% more pistol powder. These aren't fire ants, they're just ants. I really thought that there was something to switch that. I guess not. Gotta manually switch it. So be it. We'll go back to slugs. Stuff like this, the JFP, the JHP, actually the JHP I would not use on the ants because that's jacketed hollow points and actually multiplies their armor value by 2 because hollow points are less armor penetrating than regular ammo. Like JFP, jacketed flat points they are actually have an armor piercing quality to them. So I say, like with Shotgun Surgeon, which I do not regret getting because I do like the shotgun. Even with Shotgun Surgeon, which is what makes the shotgun hunting build viable at all as you move up in the levels. This is actually humans here. So we're going to use these. I'm not intentionally doing this, carrying 3 weapons, or actually I think it's 5. I'm not doing it like that on purpose. I'm not, how do you put it, like one of those Renaissance era gunslingers that carry, you know, 6 pistols. A gun for every occasion type thing. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I really need to empty my inventory. Why not? Okay. But from the beginning of the game, the weathered... whatever. It's shitty, but you're gonna wear
carry
it.
the heavy stuff, aren't
Yes. There we go. Get it out of my inventory. I'm not trying to actually make it like a gun for every occasion, but I have all the pre-order swag bag things that you would have got from the different retailers for buying this game from Walmart, GameStop. I think Amazon wasn't that big back then. So it was like Best Buy, Walmart, and GameStop were the 3 different retailers that gave you different item packs. And I think I bought 3 copies of this game. I need to find out a few years later that they released an all-inclusive DLC. Anyway, it's basically the 10mm, the square gun here that I'm using. It does better again. Its special hand load ammo does better against unarmored enemies, like human raiders, which have a really low armor value on their armor, but it's also considered light armor, and therefore it's very good for stealth, and it's unimpeding. It doesn't take away any of your agility. What the fuck? Come, jump the rock. Oh, it's right there. Well, and it's intentionally poor in the armor value because you encounter raiders as one of the initial enemies, and they're so widespread that they're supposed to be like, you know, Mad Max savages. You're not supposed to be sophisticated, organized troops. That was pretty sophisticated. That right there, they will hide like right around there in that building, and they're meant to be highwaymen that catch people coming down this road. Almost nobody ever goes down that road, other than you and what was his name? Oliver Swain, which I've already killed him. That and Tomas comes down here, but Tomas is armed. Why is my phone blinking? Okay. We're gonna rest, rearm, and repair. because I don't need that many bighorn or steaks, and I feel like once you cure them into steaks, they become less valuable. But at this point, I really don't give a shit, because I've got more caps than someone would normally have at this level.
Background?
Ah, shit, I didn't mean to do that. But I'll do it anyway. Bladed gauntlet, no. I mean, I'm to the point where I could probably just buy all my weapons from the gun runners. Because they tend to have the best selection of stuff. Yeah, I don't need that because I can dump that. See. Cowboy repeater, knife. See. No, don't sell that. Sell that either. Actually, sell this, get it out of my inventory. I'm surprised you couldn't turn the ant meat into something, but I'm not that invested. Psycho, sell all drugs. We'll keep that for now. Bark Scorpion, yes. Rad Scorpion, no. Did I sell my Rad Scorpion? Did I not have any Rad Scorpion? Oh, she had a lot of money. Give
You're making me carry the heavy
me
stuff,
the
aren't you?
armor. And that. And this too, because you don't need that. Let's see if I can't get a better hat
Background?
from you.
Just my...
I could go back to the gun runners, like I said, and they'll sell, I think, combat armor levels 1, 2, and 3, and they will sell recon armor, head, and the body set. But they kind of gouge you. I think the game sets the barter value for that robot pretty high. Excuse me. But yeah, like if you just go to the gun runners, like I will later in the game, exclusively, they kind of bend you over backwards on the prices because they know that they are going to have the highest variety, the largest variety of stuff. And they try to entice the player to go there exclusively, and then they start just murdering you on the prices. Okay. Let's go get this shit refitted. Hopefully, Knight doesn't charge me out the yin yang to repair a set of metal armor. I'll throw it in his face and go sell the metal armor and buy metal armor, or buy combat armor from the gun runners. Because I think if you give her power armor, she'll wear it. I think. But she won't wear faction armor.
Alright then, just sign here, here...
Oh dear Jesus, how much do you want to prepare this? See, that's what I was saying. It's too damn much. He's got 100% repair skill, which is fine and dandy, but it's too fucking much. I go find a dead trooper on the ground and take his armor off.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
See, what can she wear that's better than what she's wearing? I mean, usually, I will go to the RepCon test site here and get the spacesuit, but you have to complete the whole mission line to get the spacesuit, to get to that room where it's at. She won't wear powder ganger armor. Why not? I'll go to Wolfhorn and get the chopper and give it to her and see if she uses it. It's one of those unique weapons that often gets overlooked. Am I even at the right? Yeah, I was about to say. Let's make sure it's high condition. Damn. That could probably be a higher condition, but let's see if she
You're making me
will
carry the heavy
use
stuff, aren't you?
it. Oh, she will. Wow, that was weird. Nice varmint rifle. I thought that was a BB gun in previous playthroughs, but perhaps not. Why not? Oh, metal armor again. See, we're gonna fix this shit myself. Now put it on.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
That's much better than paying Major Knight 1400 caps to repair it. And I can probably go down to the Viper encampment and find another Viper leader wearing metal armor. Put a 38 between their eyes and take that too. See, do you have a merchant with you? Of course you freaking don't. Okay. There's probably a herd of bighorner down here since I'm neutral with the Legion and the NCR, so if I start seeing a cluster like this and they're not zigzagging like crackheads, then they're not Cazadores. Yes, it's bighorner. Oh, no, it's not. I take that back. I was very disappointed in the, oh shit! Night Stalkers. Come to Papa. Let's not get murdered. I have to say, you better not miss both shots. I'm not even concerned about this. She's got good armor on, and Eddie was just gonna murder them. These things are nasty, and if I recall, they're poisonous. They're venomous. They will bite you, and they will cause you to begin to die. And that one that I shot flew somewhere. Okay. She'll get up on her own. I'm not playing on hardcore. And I'm not against using them as meat shields, especially when they're trying to attack uphill like that. And Eddie can fly. Okay. I don't know how much loot I actually got from them, but when they actually drop loot, it's good loot. The blood, the tail, and there's something else. It's like the heart. They're not something that I primarily hunt, because even when you're not shotgun hunting, they're kind of hard to hit. They usually only spawn at night, at least I thought. And they tend to spawn in like caves, like the Crescent Canyon to the... I'll show you. Here. Mojave Drive-In is like right here. They'll spawn, but you gotta like come from here to like here, there, and then go down into the canyon. And there'll be geckos there, and then like at the top of the canyon there'll be a cave that's a nest of the Night Stalkers. It's good if that's what you're looking for. So far I haven't found an immense use for other than just selling the stuff. Oh, it's the Legion camp. Is that another Night Stalker? Yes, it is. really eating my foot here. I could have swore they only spawn at night. Not because they're called Night Stalkers, but because you almost never encounter them unless you're near their nest or you're in high elevations at night. And because I opened my mouth saying that they only spawn at night, now I've seen the better part of 10 of them in the middle of the day. I don't know. I try to keep an eye on chat. I do, but for some reason, my view of the chat just keeps coming up and saying reconnecting. I don't know. We're gonna continue on. I hope I didn't just crash my stream. Okay, there you came back. Oh, Bark Scorpion. Come to Papa. I've said it before, they're relatively non-threatening, but for some reason, when they drop them, the poison gland from a Bark Scorpion sells for more than a Red Scorpion's does, 1 for 1. Let's see where this should be a Viper encampment. There. I'm not gonna fast travel because it's always a hostile settlement. You fast travel to it, it drops you right in the middle of it, as I found out earlier in this build. If you fast travel there, and they've got a grenade rifle, and in the case of the one that was there, there's 3 of them, or 4 of them, and 2 of them had grenade rifles, they will get on 2 sides of you, and they will dismember you with the explosive damage from those grenade rifles. Like, I think the first one hit me, and it crippled my leg, and when I went to limp away, the next one hit me and it knocked me to the ground, and then when I went to stand up, the first one shot me for a 3rd hit with the grenade rifle at like 10-12 feet away, and it just took my leg right off. Instant kill. I was like, fuck. So unless you're, you know, higher level build, since they only scale so far, they're Viper Raiders. They're not anything ultra special. They're just maybe a skosh better than a regular raider. They're probably not even as dangerous as fiends. They usually use a powder ganger and just generic ballistic weaponry. Should be their camp right there. They have a turned over bus in front of their camp that acts like kind of a lookout point. There. They should be right there. You can pull out your varmint rifle, take them out at range, and they have no threat level to you at that point because they don't really react appropriately to being shot at long range. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with the shotgun. Shoot them. We're gonna go into the first person. No, that's clear. Eddie's probably gonna mutilate them all before. Is it just one? Oh, I see metal armor though. Veronica's gonna get more repair value on that metal armor. I'm really surprised that there was only 1 raider here. There's usually 3. The one time I came in here, all the raiders were dead, and there was like 3 or 4. It wasn't the babies. It wasn't the small ones that are like the size of a dog. It was like the ones that are like about chest high. You know, the ones that are like 1 size smaller than full size. Golden geckos right here, and they looked like they were having like an orgy or something. They were all just standing there, face to face, just kind of wiggling a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? All the raiders are dead on the ground. It almost looked like a Wild Wasteland type thing. Which it could have been, because I do have that turned on, but I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
You're making me carry the heavy.
Give me that.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
No, it's not a dress. Put it on. Okay. I'm gonna do myself a favor since I kinda probably should. What is it stream? Is it layer 1? I think it's layer 1. that I can use. It'll bring up the dashboard. Anyway, yes, connect with Twitch. One of these I can bring up an actual thing. Well, it's doing whatever it's doing. We're gonna keep playing. Get up to Novak and sell some stuff. Keep diverting back to the revolver and then putting it away. You can walk with it out. I don't think it gives you a movement penalty, but holding the shotgun in your hand does. Any two-handed gun, regardless of its weight, gives you a movement penalty of some degree. Even if you're not crippled, even if you have the strength value for it. I think if you don't have the strength value appropriate for a weapon, it causes the iron sights to wander, which makes your spread at any decent distance terrible. Like, I could pick up a battle rifle, I could afford one right now. I could go to the gun runners. I couldn't afford a medicine stick, I know that. I could get a trail carbine, but if my strength was less than 5, less than 6, mine is at 6 when it's not augmented, I would, excuse me. It would cause the front sight to wander a little bit, as if you were like a very skinny adult or a younger child being given a heavy, like, antique rifle. Something heavy, or like a loaded long barrel shotgun where it's so heavy that your left arm, the bicep, it just isn't strong enough to steady the gun. Okay. Break that down. Break down, break down, break down. Okay. Well. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I was very disappointed with that, so we're just gonna use slugs. Kind of surprised. What do I not have for this? Okay, I could probably go up to the gun runners and get what I need for that. No. Is this it? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Now it is up and up. Okay. I don't remember lead having weight outside of hardcore mode, but I suppose it does. Let's get rid of that. It's in my way now. Yeah, I get you. Okay, sorry about that. Just testing the chat bot, make sure it works.
Do you wish to purchase something?
Yes.
I am ready to process our transaction.
Okay. Knife, shotgun. See, Gecko's steak is 3. Oh wow, it's actually more. No. I think I'm about to sell me some bighorn steak, or sell some of it. Yes. Okay. Why not? I made my fortune last time I did this build by doing so. Buy ammo, use the ammo to kill things, and then sell all the animal byproducts in their raw form, rinse and repeat thousands of times, and it works so well. Actually, we're gonna take back. I keep 20 of these. 20 of those. I don't know what you can make from that. I was trying to make coffee at one point and it just... Turpentine, okay. The Vault 13 canteen you keep seeing show up in my inventory. It's part of the pre-order content. It's supposed to prevent you from ever dehydrating if you're in hardcore mode. Really, I could sell it, but it's cool seeing the thing show up at the top left of the screen saying, you know, you took a sip out of it. It also proves to me that the game's not frozen when I'm standing still, which means something to me. If you anyone out there's ever played this game extensively, you know it freezes quite a bit. At least the unpatched version it's fairly unstable. Okay. Now we're gonna go to miscellaneous because he usually has weapon mods out the yin yang, as you can see. Oh wow. Well, if I was going for the 44 revolver, which I could, because I do not have the unique 357, but I've got quite an investment in 357 jacketed flat point ammo. Oh, I painted myself into a corner, because I should probably go from 357 to the 44 as soon as possible. He's got really good stuff right now. I'm surprised by the stuff that he has for sale right now. It's very tempting. I mean, I'm not even at the level of wealth that I'm at now. I couldn't switch to a hunting revolver because they're expensive to maintain. You almost never find hunting revolvers on enemies, and they use probably the rarest and most expensive ballistic ammo in the game. Just that 4570 government round. I mean, I might as well use a 5.56 revolver, which I believe does not have good spread. I could use a battle rifle with 308. I mean, that would be appropriate. What does the trail carbine use? I don't know why that costs 30,000. That is a lot. Or I would buy that and I'd give it to her. I think it's more of a vanity item, really. I mean, it does considerable damage for what it is, but it's a vanity item. It's because it causes enemies to explode into like lasagna type substance when they get killed by a critical hit on it. So it has a high critical chance. As you can see, the critical damage is low. That way you have a greater chance of getting the effect, but the greater chance that they give for the effect doesn't cause it to be just devastating. That I could buy for her, but I'm pretty sure that's what she uses from the beginning. Lever action shotgun, there we go. 77 DPS, 62 by... I think it's got a low pellet count. 64, 6.4 by 7. 6.2 by 7. No, we're staying with this. It's good for hunting. Maybe not so good for fire geckos. At least not at my protection level. Since I've been very stubborn about not upgrading my protective armor since the very beginning of the game. Hunting revolver uses 4570. What about a 44? Fuck, they still want a lot of money for that. Oh, that hurts me in my soul. Anyway, get all this shit out of my inventory. Okay, DPS 67. DPS 55. Wow, that's a slow rate of fire. That's like 55 and 27. That's 2 rounds a second. That's less than 2 rounds per second. I should probably just do the quest line and get the mysterious magnum from that guy since it's the unique 44. It's even better than the stock 44. But if I got this 44, okay, that's 36. Let's just call it 37. And then that's another 16. That would leave me with like 900. I think my math is wrong, but that would leave me with like 900 to buy ammo or to make ammo. And 44 Magnum ammo is expensive. Fudge, fudge, fudge. We're gonna stick to our guns, literally. And not go rifling around with this, since I should have enough to make some better stuff. Get off the bench, Isaac. How much can I make? 16 rounds. I'm the kind of person, I'm gonna toss this around in my head, I'm gonna debate it, I'm gonna go do something else that's gonna stick on my mind, and then next time I start my stream, I'm just gonna have it. I'm just gonna have like 150 rounds for it and a 44 and no money. I'm just gonna be clenching it. I'm gonna like Gollum with the ring. And nobody's getting this gun from me. I spent all my damn money on it. Okay. No. No. I don't really need jacketed hollow points. Let's see. Jacketed flat points. Oh my. This is really annoying the crap out of me. How much? 45.70 can I make? I can't make any because I don't have cases. Man. We're not going to make anything. I'll walk away from the poker table on this one. There is a place that I can go to and I will find a trail carbine. I just don't remember where. Okay, I haven't gone to NCR, CF. I haven't gone to the Canyon Wreckage. So I can go here, go here, so got this, we're gonna go there. Okay, we're gonna go down to the Crescent Canyon and do some hunting there. Oh, what the hell's happening? What do you see? Oh, you see a bark scorpion. It has a scary feeling when you pull the trigger on the gun and it doesn't work. I kind of wish this game had some type of option you could turn on or off to auto switch your ammo. Also, something that I often overlook in explaining. When I'm explaining these hunter builds, and I'm not outright and shamelessly advocating them, some people find this boring as crap. I don't get a lot of viewers when I'm doing the hunter build walkthroughs, because I'm not actually walking through the game. It's actually just me doing 7 or 8 different tasks repetitively. But I find it's content for me. But also, like, this game, I don't know if all Fallouts, I guess every Fallout after this had it. General. I don't even know where they're at. No. Challenges. Anyway, these are like some... You gotta be fucking kidding me. Anyway, these hunter builds accumulate a lot of a lot of those random challenges along the way, because I don't know how many levels there are to it. I want to say there's 3. It's usually the standard number of tiers for those challenges. But like you just saw me, I got Lord Death, Bug Stomper. There's one pertaining to non-insect animals. There's one pertaining to mutated creatures, which are the Night Stalkers and the super mutant. Is that a loss for me? Whatever those things are, they're centaurs. You guys see something I don't? Oh. I'm surprised. I think it's because of its rate of fire. Do you guys see something? Oh wow, there's quite a few. I think it's due to the rate of fire. With it having a 5-round magazine, I believe. And being lever action, so you can just pump out the ammunition. But they say the lever action shotgun is the most powerful damage per second. 20 gauge. Which I believe, if you're computing it based on unlimited ammo, and it's just, hey, how many rounds or how many pellets can you put in a target in 5 seconds? I think they compute it from if you had unlimited ammo and unlimited conditioning, you shot for 100 seconds, and then they do the division.
You got a bigger gun I can borrow? For the Brotherhood.
Yeah, I just shot her right in the kidney with that shotgun. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, she got stung. She'll wince, but I don't have any perk that really justifies why they go after the followers and not me, because I'm definitely putting out more damage. No, she's not dead, she's unconscious. Scared me for a second there. If she died, I would just find another follower. To be honest with you, I'd just tough it out with Eddie by just the twosome of us, and we would go get Raoul from Black Mountain. I usually, once I get Veronica, I go kill Nephi, Driver Nephi, whether it's involved in the quest or not, because Driver Nephi carries that gold-plated driver. See, this is how this is supposed to work. Oh, he's gotta fall through the ground. Yep. Yes, he left a little bit of gore on the ground, and I can pick his loot. Okay, Eddie. I acknowledge it's nighttime, so night stalkers might actually be around. That's where the guy fell through the ground went. But this plane, I think it's this plane here. Oh, yeah, I guess it is this plane. I've seen a group of Night Stalkers killing a giant rad scorpion here. Giant rad roaches are pretty nasty as well, but I don't think you see any of them in this game. I think that you only see them in still not much better. Okay then. Wow, whoa, that's a lot of enemies that just appeared in the background. See, Night Stalkers. They run erratically. Oh no, you ain't getting to me. And she's gonna knife you. And we're gonna wait. Wow, she just... Oh, I thought she just one-hit killed it. I was about to say. Okay, he's stuck on a rock. Come on. Hopefully he doesn't fall through the ground. They're freaky looking if you get up close to their heads. It's like someone stretched a rattlesnake's skin over top of a dog's skull. Which is gruesome enough in its interpretation. I don't know, like I said, there's a challenge for killing abominations, like the centaurs and the Night Stalkers, and there's a challenge for killing animals. And I think fire geckos are considered abominations as well. Although golden geckos are not. Golden geckos are actually derived from a type of gecko called a golden gecko, I believe. Oh, whoa. Whoa, okay, just miss all your shots. It's a good thing A seems to be a dead eye when it comes to shooting stuff, because she can be next to useless sometimes, but she makes a good tank, I suppose. There we go, that's the nest. You go in there, I mean, there is stuff in there. I think there's a duffel bag. We're gonna go in there with a revolver, because you'd think interior you'd use the shotgun. They for sure will be charging at you at this. I should probably go to bed soon. I wonder if I got any whatever, we'll use it. 'Cause, I mean, they are unarmored creatures. And then having a higher... Huh. I'm at 10 already. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. 10. 10 says... Finesse, Misfortune, Mysterious Stranger, or Night Person. I'm still trying to get Repair to 90 by 14, which is sneaking up on me. I could get the Professional. Guns are at 50, Lockpicks at 25. Science should probably be left alone. Does Survival need to be any higher? No, Survival's about as high as it's gonna get. I could just boost this up to 44. I could probably boost my barter, but I should probably leave it alone until endgame so I can become wealthy at that point. Why do I need sneak so high? Silent running. And the Professional. I'll take it to 35. I'll give it a mercy because I need to start boosting this. Something requires repair 100, I thought. No, it's guns. We'll do this. Okay. What does... See, animals and mutated animals. I think mutated animals includes the abominations. Friend of the Night. It gives you, like, gives you night vision. Which I'm surprised. Is that on my thing? Yeah, it is. So is Hunter and Rapid Reload. Rapid Reload's already been obtained. Said I would not get junk rounds. Swift Learner, so-so. It takes a backseat to Educated. What is this? Huh. That is an interesting one. I don't recall seeing that on the roster, but here and now it just, I don't know. That seems like a cop-out. So you get intelligence and perception at night. I really should probably, what does it say? Night Person, Mysterious Stranger, Finesse. Where's Finesse at? There we go. Believe me, shotguns coupled with the higher critical chance, it comes in handy. I don't need this garbage. Can I pick these? No, I can't. Shit. Okay. It's not why I'm here. I was actually here just to kill them. There's supposed to be a dead person on the ground around here somewhere. Not like that. Oh, turn your light on. See stuff. I should have probably got night person or friend of the night rather, so I could see what the hell I'm doing, because it gives you like half strength night vision. Ew. Yep, there it is. Just Daniel. Yes, a 44 Magnum revolver, see? I feel vindicated now. I didn't buy that expensive ass revolver. It's not even in bad condition. I could sell some stuff. I don't know. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Actually, no, I'm feeling regret now. We're getting we're doing night friend of the night because I do not care for turning on the Pip-Boy light. No, don't change ammo types. Switch. Whatever, we're gonna fan out to the side. Of course, I'm shooting 38 specials. See, jacketed flat points are so much better. Oh, okay. It's gonna go to it there. There's still enemies in the area. 35, 30. I don't even remember what distribution I gave. Okay, mark it on my list here. Okay. Of course, you only get the night vision effect at night, but it helps in the overworld because it can get kind of freaking dark. Wrong way. Let's go this way. With the limited usage of VATS that I do compared to some of the other builds, it's not nearly as useful to... Oh, let's start at the 44. It's not as useful to have Misfortune or Mysterious Stranger. Not as useful as... I feel like I probably missed a few there, but I'm tired of looking at this place. It's daytime. It's kind of nice once you get the Friend of the Night and the Night Person perks at the same time, because you'll get a visual cue when your Friend of the Night, when you'll get a visual cue when Friend of the Night comes on, because your screen will turn like a lighter, like tinted blue, as if you had like a blue glow stick in your hand. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, he came back with his buddies. That's the animal related one. Animal control. No, don't talk to Eddie. Golden Gecko. There we go. I could look it up. It's the Fallout Wiki. I forget what they call it, but it lists all the items and the spreads, and you'll probably see me turn myself away from the Kinect every once in a while to check it, but I try not to because I get down in a rabbit hole and start reading the lore on there, and I start neglecting actually playing the game on the stream. Because someone went through and like the shotguns and all for Fallout, they took the excerpt from the actual shotgun article for real shotguns from just the general Wikipedia, and they stubbed it in. So now all the weapons that are based off of real world weapons in Fallout have this big chunk of flavor text in the middle of the article. I don't really mind it. It kind of fleshes it out so they're not just all short articles, but... Oh shit, it's too long. I should have used a revolver. Actually, this is a good opportunity to see how this thing shoots. Please don't be shitty. Okay. Oh, it's not fat. The hunting revolver is huge. Actually, we're gonna use this revolver. Let's see here. Are they still running down there? You can hit something at a pretty damn long distance with this. I had to turn off true iron sights because the iron sight on this is garbage. Man, you can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn with this thing. Do I have an explosive? No. But we do have this. Something's wrong here. There's this. I've hit enemies at probably half a mile with this rifle. There's some type of geography that I'm not seeing that's blocking it. Ooh, shit. What do we got going on over here? Mole rats? Yep, mole rats. Mole rats in the ground. Wonderful. They can be dispatched with this. I never made a cost comparison between slug ammo for the 20 gauge. Whoa. Well, now you're at the party? Well, they're all fighting each other. But you're more threatening, so you're gonna get dispatched first. Looks like Eddie had the 1-2 punch and took out the adversary, so we are good there. Where's Veronica? Whatever. I can go to the gun runners and teleport followers to me. Otherwise, whenever I fast travel, she'll just show up. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the canyon, go in and actually do the hunting that I anticipated doing. She's just gonna come running out of somewhere and scare the crap out of her. There we go, see? I don't know what she's doing over there, but... I wish that boxcar was open, I could... get a good view. Oh shit, that's a nice view of that whole canyon. I don't see any enemies. Binoculars were one of those things you got with the pre-orders. It helps, because you can't accidentally shoot the binoculars, you can just say, you know, they don't have a shoot animation and they don't do damage, you can't swing them. They got decent, I'm gonna say like 2 times magnification, maybe 2 1/4. It's pretty good, especially if you're using like a revolver build and you don't have the hunting revolver yet. You can look downrange and they will make enemies appear that weren't appearing before due to the draw distance of the game. Okay, what the hell did I just click? I just clicked something on my phone. Okay, anyway. I mean, I clicked on my laptop. There's enemies in this gorge, unless they ran out. Hopefully they didn't, because then I'm walking through radiation for nothing. Though it appears they did. Though they sometimes they'll huddle up at one end. I'm not really taking that much damage. Actually, I'm not taking damage at all, but I'm not taking that many rads. I think it was just Fallout 3 and 4. It was not this game. There's been some adaptations for VR, so you can play these games in VR. And I mean, it's the first time I got the radiation poisoning. I missed. I'm not gonna take credit for that. Bum sucker. Now the gecko's up there. I'm down here. Ain't that son of a gun. I came all the way down here into the irradiated area to get that gecko. And now he's up there. Oh dear. Okay. Let's go up here and earn our keep. See if I can't find it. It better not be a mole rat up here. Come here. I'd like to have a word with you. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over to the raceway. The ants should have respawned by now. Okay, good. She's with us again. Beginning to think Veronica had toddled off again. Didn't hear her babbling about something.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience.
What are you guys doing?
We were on all the latest news coming your
Is that Tomas? Oh! Oh ho ho. I look like that stung. Oh, that was the gang leader too. We'll take it all. Take it all and sort out what we can. Knives are pretty much useless. Leather armor. Okay. Fair enough. If that enemy was here, then that probably means that the rest of them are here too. Maybe not. Anyway, it's a campfire. We can make some shit. What's anti-venom made from anyway? Night Stalker, blood, and rad scorpion. Yeah, that's like mixing arsenic and antifreeze. I would not do that. But that reminds me, we are going to go back to good old Pwim and get some. Go back to Prim and talk to this lady and see what these casseroles are.
Welcome back. Is that right? Then hand them over, and I'll get to baking a whole batch of casseroles.
Let's see what this does. Because I don't recall ever cashing in on this. Rad's 230. I mean, you can't. Does she have a noose around her neck? Oh no, she has a water skin. Yeah, you can't eat the rad scorpion glands anyway. I don't even want to trade. Her husband is a trader in that shop she's in front of. I don't even want to. Because he pays NCR taxes, which means all of his stuff is 50% more expensive. It's a side effect of me convincing the NCR to become the sheriff in the town. Okay, let's go get this stuff fixed. Probably have to go back to Good Springs to get my radiation fixed. Which is kind of a bummer, but so be it. It's a lot of traveling. Yes, I know. No. I'm not even. Get my thumb away from that X button. Let's see how much do you want? 200. Why is this guy? Oh my goodness, this guy gouges worse than the gun runners do. But that 100% repair skill is just so nice. Brings your shit up that tip-top shape, better than when you picked it up.
Sir.
Woo. What should I do? What should I do? Son of a gun.
Hello.
What to do? We're gonna walk it off. Are you a traitor?
Hey there.
No. I think you are. Is this Tomas? It is Tomas. This dude gets around. He's got Sunset Sarsaparilla star caps, 7 of them, in a necklace around his neck. I don't think you need to kill him. You might be able to steal it from him, but it's some subplot of the game if you get enough of them, like a treasure chest open somewhere. I've never done it. I could put lead in his ass and take them, and I have done a save and reload just to make sure that they're in his inventory, and they are. He comes to you saying he got attacked by some vagrant. Not my problem.
Hey there.
Wrong thing. You.
Hey there. Need it?
Let me see your wares. Okay. No. Okay, I could give her a metal helmet. I mean, it's not really that much. Yeah, why not? Oh, I've seen so much hunting revolver shit. Just floating around. It wasn't. I mean, I could. If only the hunting revolver used something other than 4570. I would be on that like stinkling shit. And he's got all this ammo that I can't break. Gecko Steaks 3. 2016, 2023. How much do they go for? Walk on. There's gotta be somewhere else that I could have gone to. Okay, so I've got here. Whatever. I'm a glutton for punishment. We're gonna go here and probably get shot. But yep, there's nothing here either. It's weird. Oh, pay dirt. Hopefully this isn't... They're not zigzagging, so I don't think it's cazadors. Hopefully it's not like a horde of bloatflies or something lame like that. Albeit bloatfly sliders, which... I don't know. There's a lot of enemies. Raiders. Oh, no, not raiders. It's a lot of... I don't even know what's going on. Is it just a nest of rad scorpions? I'll take it. No, I haven't really seen that many feral ghouls. That's sure as shit that's what this is. Those jacketed flat points. See, I think she's getting stung every time she swings at something. crouch, plant your feet, hold your aim down sight button, and go to town. I'm not familiar with where I am. This is kind of like a just rubble. I wonder if there's rubble surrounding the near Helios 1. It's quite a bit of rubble. There's a lot of rubble surrounding Boulder City, but I don't think I'm near. Oh yeah, that's what this is. Okay, that question solved itself. What? Am I going off the side of the map? Yeah, I am. Let's go back to the dry lake bed. Oh, pay dirt. Zip, and you just saw that. I don't know if it even was noticeable on your end, like how the screen just got a little bit brighter. It's nothing I did. It's the friend of the night perk. Come on. Nope, not close enough. He's walking away from me, which ain't helping. I think I really cut the hair's breadth on that respawn timer. I don't think they'll respawn when I'm here. But at least I know the respawn timer's happening. Which means that this should probably be respawned too. The good thing about this area is if they're not respawned, as you can see they're not, you can just walk away because there's almost constantly spawning fiends in 2 directions from there. And if they're not outside McCarran, which it's rare that they're never outside McCarran, you just go into a building or you just turn and go towards the vault, which is, I think, back the opposite way. Wow. What? Oh, his head came off. Did his ass come off, though? Come on, get out of the kill cam. Oh no, it's still attached. I was about to say, how hard did you hit him? His head and his ass came off. No. Come on, give me a 44 or something. I don't know about where you guys work, but I think that if I had a 44 in my office, I don't even mean the revolver, just the ammunition, I think somebody would object. Sometimes it makes me wonder, because I don't know if there was like a reasoning in the lore behind why these people kept the bottle caps before the nuclear war. But it almost implies that after the nuclear war and the economy collapsed, that these offices continued to be used as offices or at least bases of some type of domicile. Because you get these offices where when you go into them, there's wasteland currency stashed in the desks. Anyway, we're here. We're gonna go to the gun runners.
Welcome, sir or madam.
See. Let's see what he's got. I could smack a scope on that. Excuse me. I just don't. I'm kind of in between a rock. Excuse me. A rock and a hard place here because I don't want to pay this guy. Okay, he went down. I don't want to pay. No, it didn't go down. I don't want to pay this guy $3,600 for a new full condition 44. But I don't want to pay Major Knight $2,200 to fix the 44 that I've got. So I could keep the 44 that I've got, buy this one, and then I'll have this one, and I will have one to use to repair it one time. And that'd probably be opportune. And then I can smack this scope onto it. See, that's nice. Hunting revolver, 6-shot, and the match barrel. That's good stuff. How much battle rifle? 308. I could, but I shouldn't because I think the battle rifle requires 100 in guns. What's the Bozar? No. I don't even know how much I got, and I got that much money. I mean, that's how these end. When you're at end game, like I don't know. I want to say I put 30 hours into that build. Probably more. Probably 30 hours after I had established the build completely. But I was able to buy that rifle on a low intelligence, low charisma build, which had lower charisma than I have now. So its barter was even lower. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, $7,000 before level 12 is something because I have made some risky expenditures, but I don't recall having that much. I could steal that gun because I mean it's almost the most easily stolen weapon that needs to be stolen. Do I really need a scope on a revolver though? I don't, I feel like I don't need a scope on a revolver. I wish I didn't have a scope, there wasn't a scope on the hunting revolver. Should I? We're gonna buy some other stuff first. 44 Magnum rounds. Okay. Isaac, I'm gonna need you to move. Let's see if how much. Still just 16, 20. See, I'm limited by... Now pistol powder. Okay, we're gonna do some farming here. And I should probably be getting to bed soon. But why do I have hand loader open in the background? What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for 3 in-game days, and that should refresh his inventory. Man, why does Nightbot gotta be such a pain in the ass? It's not like... Okay. Commands, custom. I guess this will work. Yes. Okay. I don't live in Annapolis, but it's close enough. Let's see. 3 hours, son of a gun. Okay, we're gonna wait for one more day. Huh. And then we're gonna turn and we're gonna talk to him. And hopefully he's got the stuff that I need.
Welcome, sir or ma'am.
No matter how frustrated
I
you
am
get
ready
with
to
this
process our transaction.
robot, I don't think you can actually hurt him when he's in that box. Even if you could, I have seen it documented that the revolver man, I'm tired. That robot, when if he gets out of that box and he's kind of like scripted to stay inside the box because it has no exit, if he's able to get out of that box somehow, he's invincible. Like, I don't know. I think he's set to be a, essential. So if he gets out of that box and he gets aggroed to you and starts attacking you, because I think the only way is you doing damage to him, he cannot be killed and he will chase you for an infinite amount of time. And being a Protectron, he has lasers in his hands, and it's like someone dual-wielding laser pistols chasing you forever, and he will eventually kill you. It just is. No. Huh. No. See how much a 4570 even costs? 6. Son of a bitch, man. I'm glad I have hand loader already. I wouldn't be replenishing them at such a rate that I'd be able to offset that. Okay. Do some breakdown. Yeah, I know I'm breaking down 44s and 45s. So now that I've got hand loader, all these scraps can be remade into actual specialized ammo. Like that. That's 44 cases. Wow. It's those cases, man. Slug. I'm not gonna make any more 20 gauge. How much 20 gauge slug do I have? 131. I eat through this quite a bit. It's got a decent bit of that. I'll accumulate rounds for that over time. I should probably actually sell that. There we go.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
What? That's not what a reinforced metal helmet looks like. Is that what it looks like? Oh. Yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Welcome, sir or madam.
I mean, I know I just spit out gibberish. Started saying one thing and said something else. That is a viable strategy, I suppose. You could go get the unique 5.56 revolver called That Gun. You could just get a 5.56 revolver and then just feed it 223 ammo. I don't know if in real life if there's actually a 5.56 revolver. I mean, it sounds kind of wonky. He's probably in bed. No, he's not. Doc, man, do you ever go to sleep? Not in the toilet. Where are you at? And this poor guy. What do you ever
Welcome
go to
back.
sleep? It's like 2 o'clock in the
I hope you
morning.
wouldn't need to come see me again so soon.
Okay.
How are you holding up?
Okay. Actually, my lockpick is not very high, but this beginner town has some stuff. Ringo should be gone by now. And the safe in the floor should be able to be picked. Yes. All kinds of garbage. Don't give a shit. It's a closed store. They got a moron trying to fix it. I don't even know what I picked up in here. I'm kind of flying on autopilot at this point. Should be my indication to end the streaming, go the hell to bed, but I get stuck in this like long loop of activities in this game where I've played through it so many times that it's like I know what I need to do without just based on intuition. I know what I need to do. I wonder what this does. Okay. See what Chet keeps in stock, and then he'll buy some of this garbage off me.
Howdy.
Shut up.
You looking to buy some supply? Okay, what do you have? I already got the long barrel. Give me that. Okay. Pleasure doing business with.
Yeah, I ought to put a fist in your eye. You annoy me, you cheap bastard. I was trying to defend your town and you wouldn't help. out of the goodness of your heart. I've got quite a bit of the reload animation on this is kind of long. Anyway, we're gonna save there. I'm going to bed because I am starting to actually lose like that. My ability to multitask, play the game, and speak is diminished. I worked pretty hard at work today, so I'm already kind of pushed from that. Had a nice Thanksgiving leftover dinner, so the itis is hitting me. I got this faithful viewer here, F100 Racer. I assume you mean the Ford pickup. I do not often see them dialed up for the track, but I've seen a few. You do it right, it really comes out smooth as butter. I have a feeling you may have fallen asleep while watching the stream, because you've stuck around for in excess of 2.5 hours, I think. I don't know you, but what I'm going to do, because I sincerely appreciate anyone sticking around that long, albeit you've been silently watching, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, yeah, I know, hit you with a I'm going to go ahead and hit you with a follow as well, because I do not, that's not what I meant to do, but okay, there you go. I would appreciate it if you followed me as well. If you don't, it's no hard feelings, but I'll try to resume what I'm doing here when I get off work. And I get off work, it'll probably be about 14 hours from now. Let's just say 16 hours from now. I will probably be back on stream, because I'll work a half day tomorrow and then I'll come home and finish. There's some stuff I want to do between work and getting back on stream, but we're going to save again just to be sure that it's saved, so I don't lose many hours of work. And then I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Have a nice night, man. Thank you for tuning in for so long. And if you decide to do any broadcasting of your own, I have hit you with a follow, so I will be able to tune into you as well.